An interesting place, Captain. There seems to be a reason for it beyond the obvious. Readings indicate that this is connected to a rather sophisticated projection system. I cannot get more detailed data. An energy field is interfering with the tricorder. Not much can be done with this recharging unit without the devices to receive power. Captain, this appears to be a mass storage device. The tricorder cannot tell what information it holds. Captain, there's a small display active. It appears that this device is a memory unit, an archive. Most amazing. The information is in volatile memory. If power were lost to this device, all information contained within would be lost. An odd way to create an archive.
What is in the archive?
The displays indicate it contains a vast amount of data on three-dimensional projection. Circuitry diagrams, equipment construction techniques. Essentially, everything needed to project lifelike images in great detail inside of a structure. Starfleet does not have this level of technology. This would be a major find for the Federation.
Then I'd think that gathering that data would be a very good thing to do, Mr. Spock.
Very well, Captain. Captain, the display indicates that the best view of the projection will be from the south side of the room.
Well, gentlemen?
Anyone got popcorn?
Bones. Impressive, Spock.
Captain, I'm not responsible for that occurrence. However, I did discover that accessing the memory will not only trigger the shutdown of this unit, it will also send a signal to another device, most likely one somewhere in this complex. Damaging the unit will also initiate shutdown and signal transmission.
There's no way around it?
None, Captain.
What is this, some kind of idiotic test? Don't fool with that, Spock. You'll poison this planet and make these inhabitants permanently aggressive.
Doctor, you do not know for certain that whoever placed the Balcosi here did not intend for that to happen. The aggressiveness may be what they need to develop further. And the information in the archive is a reward for sending the Balcosi into the next stage of their development.
You just want to get your Vulcan fingers on that precious scientific information. More like 30 pieces of silver for condemning the Balcosi to the lives of violence. Jim, you can't let this unfeeling monster do this to the Balcosi.
Do you wish me to continue attempting to access the archive, Captain?
Yes, Spock. That information could be critical to the Federation. Let's hold off until we get a little more information. Yes, Spock. Let's hold off until we get a little more information.
Not much can be done with this recharging unit without the devices to receive power. I fail to see the relevance of that action.
A small starburst pattern adorns the ceiling. It is a replica of the one on the floor. A large starburst pattern adorns the floor. It is a replica of the one on the ceiling. An orb and disc configured device hangs from the ceiling. A group of tubes and cube-like devices that seem to be processing something. Captain Kirk feels angry at his crew for letting him down, and he's not sure why. Spock is quite pleased. His emotional control hides the fact that he is considerably superior to the other two in every way. McCoy is getting tired of Spock's know-it-all attitudes, even as Spock does know everything.
Most impressive pieces of technology.
Bones, Spock, no arguing. I want to find out what's going on and find out now.
This room gives me the willies, Jim.
Fascinating. This device siphons material from the other unit by way of the pipe overhead. It possesses the ability to move a substantial amount of material. Most interesting is that the material can be jettisoned up out of these caves into the ecosystem of the planet. It may be that the material in the vat is dangerous, and the builders wished to protect this complex from contamination.
But they didn't care about the planet, did they?
Apparently not the primary concern.
Tell that to the Balcos.
According to the studies from the Demeter, the Balcosi would not recognize speech.
I believe Bones was speaking figuratively, Spock.
There is presently no means by which to shut off this release. The unit is set to discharge, and the control switch has been removed.
Removed? Could it be the builders were not afraid the complex would be contaminated, but were instead afraid the ecosystem would be in trouble if the contents of the vat were not discharged?
Interesting hypothesis, Captain. Difficult to do more than speculate at this time. Captain, this is the life support control unit.
Essentially an on-off control device.
I fail to see the relevance of that action. Assuming the appropriate signal is received, this unit can be shut down safely. The shutdown signal does not originate here.
Although the equipment is alien, nothing appears out of the ordinary in this medical examination room. Although the equipment is alien, McCoy feels bad about wondering if Mr. Spock's brain will come out easier the second time around. Kirk thinks a nap on the couch might do him some good. Spock muses whether or not the medical facilities here will keep McCoy busy.
You should feel almost at home, Doctor.
Finally, something I can deal with.
Feeling better, Bones? It looks like a bunch of grapes.
It continues to be a door. This device appears to be of the same manufacturer as the others in this complex. Looks like a Balcosian described by the data files from the Demeter. Spock stares back. Kirk is starting to feel downright hostile.
What are you looking at?
Well, maybe we'll see a Balcosian here.
They look peaceful enough, Jim.
We should be able to gain valuable data studying the Balcosi. Nothing unusual about that object, Captain.
Even though unconscious, the Balcosian system is still operating at a much higher than normal rate. The Balcosian is unconscious but unhurt. Jim, I'd like to take him to the medical examination room next door. I want to know what that gas is doing to him.
Not a bad idea, Bones.
McCoy feels bad about wondering if Mr. Spock... Diagnostic display of the Balcosi's vital signs. A medical examination station. It appears to be sized for Balcosi.
Now this is more like it, a medical examination table. I'd know one of these even if it is made for an alien. My God, look at these readings. Everything's elevated. Small wonder that the Balcosi are in turmoil. Every aggression-related hormone in this guy's body is working overtime.
What's causing it, Bones?
That little hiss of air was loaded with pheromones, Jim. The creature inhaled them and immediately went into overload.
This must happen at random intervals when they collect the food.
I hate to sound like Spock, but there's more, and it's pretty fascinating. Also horrifying. The pheromone is perfectly tuned to the Balcosian physiology. It's like somebody genetically engineered both.
Didn't the Demeter report say there weren't enough records showing the Balcosian presence on the planet? Could they have been put here on purpose?
It is possible we have stumbled in on an experiment, Captain.
With the subjects being treated like rats, it's criminal, Jim. These can be thinking beings.
I'm not certain it is the Balcosi that are the subjects, Bone. I think it is us.
Interesting hypothesis, Captain. What is your supporting data?
It's the way all of this is set up, Spock. I can't put my finger on it, but it just feels so set up. We keep finding out just enough to make choices. The real question is who? Who's doing this to us?
And to what purpose, Captain? Why?
Why indeed, Spock. Why indeed.
I do not see the logic in that action.
Spock raises an eyebrow.
This isn't a medical matter, Jim. My God, look at these readings. Everything's elevated.
What's causing it, Bones?
That little hiss.
This must...
I hate to say.
Didn't the
It is possible.
With the subject.
I'm not certain.
Interesting.
It's the way...
And to what...
Why indeed.
A large computer and display screen. A small, thick card. It has an indicator showing that it has been charged recently. A bridge unit for use between function control and display circuitry.
Captain, the remaining force field is already down.